Hi Laura. This time I'm certain it's you that I'm talking about. But what I want to talk about is committed surfing, and I want to talk about the fact that I've got two waves here from you. One is very committed and would have scored probably close to excellent range. The other one, there was a little hesitation. So I'm going to take you through what I call committed surfing, and the fact that you attack the lip in this wave is pretty good. So hopefully we can get it going. Just takes a little while before you come into screen here. It's just the way this thing's set up. So we're off the bottom and restoring what's happening here. If we look at this here, it's a very big, it's a decent sized wave. It's a huge section. You don't hesitate. You hit it fairly high and hard. Come back down with lots of speed. You finish your manoeuvre off. We just lose you out of frame a second there. And you come straight back up again and commit to another turn, where the section is quite heavy and you hit it up here now pretty high, nice and tight. You get your board way above the lip line. Look where your head's looking. Really nice manoeuvre, nice wave, probably going to go into the good range, and possibly potentially even higher. So really good wave, surfed really well with a lot of commitment. So I commend you on that. On the other hand, if we look at this next wave, there is a lot of hesitation. So what I want to look at now is the fact that in this wave, I want to talk about your early first manoeuvre and the lack of the commitment to that first manoeuvre early. So we can see you there gaining a little bit of speed, and there's no doubt that it is a fairly heavy section. However, the section that I would expect you to hit would be around about here. Okay, so I'd expect you to hit around about in this sort of section around about there, and that's not what happens. So if we have a look, and I'll just get rid of that for a second. If we move on frame by frame and get a little bit further along the line there, you'll see that it starts up here. You can see that right here, if I pause, you were looking to hit the section, but you didn't. You decided that that section was a little bit heavy. Now, I disagree with you there. I think your initial thought was the correct one, and that was that from here you could have gone straight up to there, hit, and come back down here. And that's what you should have done. And really, if you made that commitment, this would have been a really good wave. Because you didn't, it's caused a few problems. You've had to wait quite a while before you got around to the section. If you commit to that section and pull it off, you'll be rewarded accordingly. The other thing I want to talk about is that I really need you to not hesitate. So that little bit of hesitation has caused you to fail to get the points that we'd expect and the score that we'd expect. So come here. So you've waited a fair while before you've actually got round that section, and if we move along here a little bit further, you eventually hit it up. You hit it nice and high, by the way, which is really good. There is a bit of a problem here, and that is, instead of completing that manoeuvre and coming off square, and we're going to lose you out of frame, unfortunately, for a moment, but what happens is, in here, you should really come up and finish it down here like that, whereas you'll actually come more through an angle or something like this. If I can just get this thing to work, you'll get it to come more through this angle here, and that's a major fault that you really need to work on. The interesting thing is, your next turn you really do square up to the beach and you do complete the turn. Often what happens is we're thinking about the next turn before we finish the first turn, and that's really what's happened there. So you're really thinking, we'll just lose you out of frame here for a second, but trust me, that's what happened. The angle at which you came down on, you didn't go to the bottom. So you've come across here and you can see that now. continue through. So you should, bang, you should be up there by now. Instead, you've got to take a little bit. Once again, a nice little snap back here. You square up really nicely here. That's what I expect. You've completed your turn, and that's what I was talking about. So the second turn, really good, and you continue on the wave. So it's that couple of things. One is commit to your first turn as early as possible, and the second thing is complete each manoeuvre before you start your next. A lot of times we look too far down the line and we're looking at sections further down and we forget to finish that first manoeuvre, okay? So that's basically what I had to tell you today. So complete each turn before starting the next. Make sure you commit to that first turn. But there's an example where you did commit, an example where you didn't, and the difference in scores would probably have been reflected. So I hope that helps, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.